So we have known for many, many years now that alcohol is really bad for you, right? Because of liver damage and because it kills your neurons and because of all of those things that are really general knowledge about alcohol consumption, right? But there's another reason that is really, really big that is not general knowledge that it clarified fully to me that consuming alcohol is utterly stupid and that nobody should do it, man. Even though we've all known that alcohol is poison and that you shouldn't be putting that inside your body, this one fact that really like blowed my mind, blew my mind when it comes to alcohol is this thing that is called, well, I don't know if that's the exact name, but that's why I call it, is the cortisol cycle of alcohol. And I'm gonna explain what that is, right? So when you consume alcohol, and when you are what's considered a chronicle drinker, and the threshold to be considered a chronicle drinker is really, really low, man, because in order to be considered one, you need to drink at least 2 drinks a week. And bro, like drinking 2 drinks a week doesn't mean that you go out and drink 2 times a week. What it means is that you literally take or drink 2 drinks a week, right? 2 margaritas a week, for example, right? And because the threshold is really, really low, that means that a lot of people fall under this category of being chronicle drinkers, right? And when you are a chronicle drinker, when you drink alcohol at least, or you get 2 drinks a week, right? And you are considered a chronicle drinker, this thing called the cortisol cycle happens. And what this means is that when you consume alcohol, and only when you consume alcohol, your cortisol will go down. And if you know about hormones and basics, really basic stuff, you know that cortisol is really bad for you. And it's a stress hormone, and it brings a lot of negative emotions to you and like negative feelings and thoughts and all that kind of stuff. And it's just bad for you in general, and even for your physical health. But the thing about this cortisol cycle, man, is that only when you consume alcohol, right? During those 2 hours on a Friday night, man, that you are drinking, your cortisol levels are gonna go down. But during all the rest of the week, when you are not consuming alcohol, right? And because you're a chronic drinker and you drink 2 drinks a week, your base cortisol levels are gonna be way higher than when you didn't drink, when you used to not drink, right? So what this means, man, and this literally means that, right? You are exchanging 2 hours of having fun, because I'm not gonna take that away from you if you drink, right? When you are drinking, man, it is kind of fun, man. You are inhibited, right? And it is a social lubricant, right? It is socializing and making friends and approaching women and all that kind of stuff becomes easier on a Friday night when you're drinking, man. Like that's the whole point of drinking. It is fun, man. But the rest of the week, man, when you are not drinking and and you fall under this category of chronicle drinker, that is really easy to do so. Your life is gonna be worse, man. You're gonna be way more stressed during the whole week than if you hadn't drunk in the first place. So, man, like this completely clarified this topic to me that consuming alcohol is not really good for you, man. And it's not really good for you for the reasons that you thought that it wasn't. Things like the fact that it's bad for you in the long run and that it damages your liver and your neurons. Even though all of those things can be like um, healed with enough time away from alcohol, right? But it is literally making your life worse in the really short run, man. Only in a span of a week, your life is gonna be worse if you consume alcohol on a regular basis. So if you still drink, man, um, really consider it, man. Especially if you're trying to achieve great things in life, man. Because the people that are at the top of society, man, and all of those guys that we're really striving to be more like, that we are really looking to be more like, all of those successful guys, man. Whatever it is that you're trying to be, man. Whether it is a basketball player, like guys like Kobe, or or LeBron James, right? Or even if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, man, those guys that are at the top, they are not wasting their fucking time drinking because they know that it's bad for them. And maybe they know this kind of thing that I'm just telling you, this cortisol cycle, because some doctor told them about it. And if they are not doing, why should you, man? Are you gonna still be doing the same stuff that everyone else around you is doing, man? The whole shit of going out every weekend and drinking, and not even like every weekend, man, and not even like in a self-destructive way like most people are, right? Because that's the main thing that we see as something bad, in especially like a damaging consumption of alcohol, right? But it is not even necessarily when it's self-destructive that it is destroying you and that it is making your life worse. And when you're drinking like a full bottle of vodka on a Saturday night, that it is bad. Even two drinks every weekend, they are making your life that much worse. Your whole week is gonna be worse because of that. So if you're still drinking, man, really, really consider it, man. Think that and think to yourself, man, do I want my life to be worse for the whole next week only for 2 hours of pleasure? Or can I just like abstain from doing this? And then by consequence, my life is gonna be better in general. It's a no brainer, man. If you ask me, it's drinking, it's quite stupid and it is poison, so really consider it, man. Said the Bahai, man. We both like